Somerset County Council and Plymouth University have funded a number of initiatives through the Open Innovation Project and the Creative Industries Development Fund. These include training events and masterclasses, study trips, networking events and projects involving college and school students. These events have inspired businesses to adopt many of the principles of open innovation, such as innovative business modelling, involving customers in service and product development and collaborating proactively with other businesses and academic institutions. Quite often these initiatives have been influenced and developed with assistance from the other Open Innovation Project partners, such as France, Belgium, Germany, the British Library and UCL in London and our colleagues in Edinburgh. So we think we've put into practice the European Interreg principles of collaboration, sharing ideas and best practice across the partnership areas. Feedback from people who have attended these events and study trips has been very positive. And here in Somerset, we want to refine and develop many of these initiatives further to help increase the economic prosperity of the county and inspire the entrepreneurs of the future with innovative but practical ideas for business and creative development.
Today is all about learning about service design, what it actually means, and also some of the tools that are relevant to businesses.
I was fascinated. I thought it was so good. And it was a really exciting, interesting concept, something that I hadn't quite seen presented in that way before.
What's been really interesting today is being able to practice, think, and really sort of push my own knowledge and see how I can use it in my business.
And I think one of the good things about service design is it's often pulling focus between the big picture and the real detail.
This evening is creative speed dating, which is open to arts and business communities all across Somerset.
Very useful to meet people and also get the confidence in myself to talk to people who are in the arts and who are very busy people as well.
We're at Somerset College and Somerset College is one of the three colleges we're working with for the Student Challenge.
We are going to be the people who go into business next, and sometimes the youth have got good ideas and I think those ideas should be heard.
We thought that the challenge set was very appropriate for us as a college. And as a college we are very much interested in learner voice and the opinions of the students that we have, and we feel now going through this exercise we've got some ideas here that could come into development, and these students could develop further ideas from this.
So being able to apply things that they're learning to all sorts of different scenarios beyond just, say, graphic design is a really good, useful skill, I think.
Learning by actually doing things and going out and meeting people and listening to other people and learning about other experiences, I think that is so important.
You know, building those relationships is possibly the single most important thing you'll do. Getting advice from as many people as possible, obviously making your own way, but taking that advice and learning from other people who've done it. You know, the industry is very open and people are very willing to talk to you, and I think the people that do well are the ones that take advantage of that.
Definitely. However much you might be a one-man band, you can't run a business yourself. You need help, you need support, you need other people's knowledge, advice and experiences to help you do that, because you won't get the best out of your business and you won't fulfil your dreams.
We put 3 trips together to Plymouth, London and Amsterdam. What we were mainly looking at was different models for how things can support the creative industries, how they can work together, how the creative industries overlap with other sectors that are not creative sectors.
What this trip and certainly our events have highlighted is just getting people together, getting people who don't necessarily think they've got that common point together. Exciting things can happen and new initiatives can grow, and this trip's been a fabulous example of that.
Well, basically I wanted to see first the culture and how they cross different creative sectors with other business sectors and see how them partnerships kind of work.
It's been great to look at all the different buildings, the way that the spaces are laid out, and also the different students and how they are furthering their careers.
I think the whole principle of kind of study visits is a good one, but also the world has just shrunk massively because of the internet, and so good ideas can come from anywhere. And whilst that's always been the case, now you can actually access smart people anywhere around the world. So I think we need to get better at connecting that up, and spending a bit more time getting to know each other has got to be a good thing.
Innovation Development Fund has allowed us to pretty well apply a whole range of knowledge to different sectors of the market, And so these are catalysts really for the future development for the county.
So what we did through that process was to get people to understand about that exchange of information and how we can find innovative ideas, but also how to apply them from a business perspective by using social media as a research tool as well as a posting tool. So those were the things I think that came out of that, and of course networking as well being an important part.
So, you know, you're bringing a theatre practitioner with a graphic designer or a dancer and a teacher, and as a result of those fusion of ideas, then new projects are hatched and new ideas come out, which ordinarily might not happen. So I think actually as part of the richer mix, things like those kind of creative speed dating events are really vital.
I think there's a certain magic which has been happening between the creative industries and other areas. So for me, this idea of the architecture and the facilitation and working with young people, I'm also really drawn towards.
I wish we could just bring more people to see these innovatory and collaborative practices in action, because you've got to somehow see it to believe it.
This will be the model of work in the next decade, 2 decades. And I think the more that people understand that the way that we work is changing, that we're all going to have to work more collaboratively, I think the better.